September 3rd, 2013. Exciting day. Got to go to the salvage yard, which is almost like, I don't enjoy it as much as I used to, but I'm getting a little bit, a few years on me. It's not as enjoyable, but you still like the idea of going and picking up a part, pulling it off of a car, and installing it on another one, and saving a few bucks. It's called a salvage yard, junk yard, boneyard, recycling lot, which is what you're doing. You're pulling good, usable parts off of working vehicle, or in this case, a lot of them are non-working because they're just sitting up on the stands. But worked on George's car today, and made a trip. There's two lots that we work out of. One's here in the North Metro where we live, and the other one, same sister company, is called U-Pull-R Parts, is located in the South Metro, and almost the opposite corner. And we clocked the miles because it's quite a ways to make it over to the other side of town, and it was over 50 miles, so 100-mile round trip just to pick up some parts. I really like the way the internet and web has worked out, because like some of these parts that we've got for the Nissan, we just order them up. So like some of the stuff for Georgia too. You just order them up and they ship them right to your door. And I think that's by far the best way, because the time you take, like today, the time you take to go get the part is very well worth the time of just paying a little extra and having it shipped to your door. But in this case, some things are not as profitable if you go pick them yourself. Like it was part of the center dash. Trying to get her air conditioning working on her Ford Explorer that we're working on, and I know I only have like 1 or 2 days in between weeks. I think next week I'll have actually 2 days off, so I think we'll probably wrap it up and get it done. But we had threefold reason for going out there. Is one for parts for the Nissan he was going to look at, and parts for her car, and then some stuff off our truck that we needed. We did get the part for her. We did get a couple of things for the truck, which was needed, because there's some dash lights that were out. So we're driving at night. We don't drive truck that much, but and the only thing to remember is when you drive it at night is that some of the dash lights are out on the dashboard. So it's again, they're very uniquely specific for that make and model. A lot of stuff is not interchangeable, so you have to get specifically what it requires. So I was able to get some dash lights and get her console, part of her fan. When you turn the levels up and down, it only had either low or high speed. So we got that centerpiece exchanged and replaced on her car, which is a good thing. And I think we isolated it down on the air conditioning. We haven't figured it out completely yet, but we need to restock it with some Freon, because we tested all the electronic circuits. Of course, the web is very valuable, so we was able to go and look up which fuses to check, troubleshooting, and isolate that it is getting the right voltage that it needs to turn it on and off. Plus, it's free. We're able to turn it, so we know it's not seized up or anything. So the next step is to check check the Freon and top it up, because we were at a couple of spots that if it isn't properly pressurized with Freon, it won't come on either. So we're crossing our fingers that may be it on it. Other than that, it's pretty much done. We just need to get one of the tires replaced. On one of the front tires is pretty low and bald looking on the edge, so it's get that replaced for her, and then she'll have a nice vehicle to drive around this winter. So it was, like I said, it's we spent when we travel like that, we get to reminisce of all the times that we've many hours that we spent chasing down parts and going to salvage yards and really we too, Jordan and I, really enjoy that. And even though it was a pretty nice day, so it wasn't really over hot, really hot. If it gets too hot in the summertime, it's really hard to get out there and do it without bitching and complaining too much. But it was a nice drive, almost like a Sunday drive. Any day that I get off, it's like a Sunday to me. So we got up and headed out there and got that taken care of, got back, relaxed for a bit, and then got the part replaced. But many hours spent in the salvage yards, picking parts. But I know we struck out on the Nissan. There was a couple of things went on Nissan, and the ones out there were no better shape than what we had. So that didn't work out at all. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So there you go. That was my thing for today. I'm gonna talk about Foreigner. Foreigner was a group from the 70s. I think 77, 78 is when they hit the mainstream. The song I'm gonna play, Blue Morning, Blue Day, Blue Morning, Blue Day, came out in 79. They released it. It was like the 6th top 40 hit in 2 years. So they really had come on big and had a lot of hits over the year. They're playing at one of the casinos in the South Metro here, Mystic Lake, this coming Friday. I've been watching the ticket zone and maybe see if I can snag one. I was looking at their playlist. All the songs definitely are from my era. And when I last seen them was when TJ and I went to go see the Journey concert in St. Paul, and they were backing Journey up, and I thought they put on a really surprised. They put on a really good. I really like them better than Journey. Of course, Journey lost their lead singer, and they've been filling in with a couple of strays, so it's not the same when you don't have the original singer. But surprisingly, Foreigner didn't have the original singer either. They got somebody to fill in, but he's got the voice and the younger, energetic feel. But hit every song right on key. One of the original members, there's like 2 guys that wrote. There was Mick Jones and Lou Graham that did most of their writing and singing. Graham was the singer, and it seemed like any time that you lose your main singer, you're sitting idle for quite a bit. It's really hard to gain that momentum. I remember Kansas was popular back in the 70s like that, and they lost their singer, and the one that they picked up did good. They got a couple of hits off him, and I got to see him, that group, one of the first groups I seen when I moved up north here. Played state fair and was pretty good. It wasn't like the original, and they just started touring again. They were in the metro here last year, but there was just too much stuff going on, and wasn't able to go see them. I think they played at one of the casinos further up north, one of those Big Bear casinos in Hinckley there, and it's just too far to go, because that's a good hour and a half jog to go up and see. Let's go hit one of those casinos. But this one across town is within an hour. It's within that hour drive. So maybe, just maybe, I'll go check them out. If I can snag a $50 ticket, it might work out. But very popular. The song came out in 1979. No, they had, I think, two more albums after their first two. After these two, they started breaking up and getting smaller. Because when they first started, they had like seven members. Really, quite a force. But they came on big, and it was very, very popular, and a lot of hits. I think they even got nominated to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame here recently. I don't think it was this year, but I think it was last year. And good for them. I think their lead singer, like I said, once the lead singer left, so I remember when we was living up here, the lead singer had a couple of hits when he went solo, and sometimes when you go solo, that's it. You hit it a couple of times, and then that's about all you get. Even when Journey's singer went solo, he had a couple of hits. I remember in the early '80s. Came on strong, but then they fade away, and sometimes they get back with the original group and try to rehash some of that stuff, but sometimes they don't. But here we go, Blue Morning, Blue Day, Foreigner from 1979. Should be good concert. September 3rd, 25th.